Morgan Wright, Jack Bauer reporting for duty. It is Tuesday. What is it, May 8th? I missed a day. Been out having fun, eh? As Mac would say in Canada, eh? No, hey, we were doing a lot of serious research. It was a really busy day yesterday, doing some enhancements to the podcast, which you're going to see in the show notes down there. Me and Jack Bauer have been working on some stuff. Got some new stuff we're going to come out with. We're going to have a resource page that's going to have a lot of cool information on there that if you're looking for certain things like parental controls or certain software, even hardware at the home, things for the kids to have them play so that they're not face down in their phone, phones down, heads up. We're going to be working on a lot of that. So we're going to be offering a lot of resources in the future. But today, what I want to talk to you about is something that, we tend to see some of these trends happen in the UK or Japan, and then they start making their way to the US. Well, one of these, what's happening is it's another form of cyberbullying. Your kids don't even have to be on social media to get shamed, to be bullied from social media. And two knucklehead morons, one from the UK, was doing this. And what they were doing is getting people to either send them pictures of which they would then use to slut shame girls, young girls, calling them promiscuous, saying they were doing all sorts of stuff, and actually boys, same thing. Or they would interview people on the street and they would say, hey, who did you date? Who have you gone to bed with? And then they would put that information on social media and just ruin people's lives, young girls, young boys' lives. And these idiots posted this stuff on YouTube. And in fact, one of the channels had 155,000 subscribers. I'm just shocked that there's a number of people out there that would subscribe to watch somebody humiliate kids and do that kind of stuff. But as I say, let's go to the clip we have here. So this really started out, if you hear the words Van Banter or Baithead, as I put in the show notes, that's a good time to have a question. Look, what they said is warning as this baiting craze lures kids into sending nude pics to school pals. Well, part of what they're saying is that they're getting you to do that so they can shame them, but they're also walking up to you on the street. And this moron created this YouTube channel. And moron is an acceptable word so that your kids can listen to this. Otherwise, I had another more graphically descriptive term I was going to use. But this is the actual art from the YouTube channel. I'm going to show you the YouTube channel here in a minute. Had a bunch of videos, a bunch of people talking about it. Well, what these guys would do is interview kids on the street. Just put an iPhone, put something up there, record them, and then post this stuff to YouTube and shame these kids. Well, as you go through the story here, like I said, right here, Van Banter and Baithead is those leading the dangerous trend. These people get their 15 minutes of fame on somebody else's back. Your child's back, somebody else's child's back. Your child could not even have a Snapchat account, a Facebook account, Twitter, could have none of those and still be bullied by these less than desirable and despicable human beings on Facebook. Do I sound a little torqued? Yeah, I sound a little torqued. Why? Because I'm a sheepdog parent. There is no safety in denial. And if you guys read what I've said about sheepdog parents, every day you live to confront the wolf. Well, this is one type of wolf that you definitely have to confront. So if you see any YouTube activity or hear the words Van Banter or Baithead, this is one of the things as it does. And although this was the UK, like I said, this is cyberbullying. This is bullying. Make no mistake about it. It's some of the worst stuff that you can do to kids out there. And so let me show you what happened. So what happened is finally somebody mentioned something to Google, who owns YouTube. So YouTube went to the channel and guess what they did? Boom. Nothing there. This thing is gone. I think you can see that. Yeah. This thing is gone. Nothing there. No videos. This channel doesn't have any content. Look at this. Click on videos. No videos. Click on playlists. No playlists. Click on community. Hasn't posted. And they talk about some of the other ones. And so the same thing with Van Banter. Let's just pull up Van Banter here while we're sitting here. He still has some stuff there, but I know that they removed some of this stuff right here. Look at this. 109,000 subscribers. But guess what he's down to now? 3 videos. That's all he's got. Quiet there. That's all he's got of the stuff that he's posted. 3 videos. So anyway, these are a bunch of others that are tied into that. But some of his videos, guess what? They all got nuked, which they should have gotten nuked. All right? So anyway, back to that. Back to the main screen here. Bada bing, bada boom. That's me. So, hey guys, so just some real quick lessons. Here's a quick parenting tip. Just to ask your kids, have you ever heard of Baithead? Have you ever seen that channel on YouTube? Have you ever heard of Van Banter? Have those conversations with the kid. Remember, there is no safety in denial. First rule of being a sheepdog parent. By the way, all sorts of free resources down there. Check out the podcast, the Sheepdog Parent Podcast. You can go to morganwright.us/podcast. Did I say that? morganwright.us/podcast. You'll see the first 5 episodes. We've got another one that I'm recording tomorrow with me and Jack Bauer. Jack doesn't say much usually. He's the straight man. I do all the talking on the podcast, but make no mistake, Jack Bauer is on the job. Jack Bauer is there. All right, so check out all that stuff. Make sure that you have those conversations with your kids. We've got a new podcast coming out. Like I said, check out the resources, check out the website, and most of all, check out the new resource page, morganwright.us/resource, and you'll see the buttons on there. Just go there. I'm going to start putting a whole lot more stuff on there. You can have the replays for the webinar are there as well. So just make sure you do that stuff. And guys, again, be the example. Have that conversation. Phones down, heads up. I can't tell you how many people we were out driving around on Sunday, the wife and I'm telling you, how many people, mothers, fathers, people not only walking around, but driving with phones in their hand, and one person trying to drive, holding it out like this, trying to do this and steer the steering wheel with their knees. Besides being dangerous, what message again are you sending to your kids? Be the example. All right. Well, that's it for this one. It's kind of short, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. That's okay. The next podcast is going to drop on Thursday with some new information. I'll kind of tease what I'm going to talk about. It's going to be something very interesting, as it always is, right? So I'm not sure exactly what it's going to do, but as with all of these podcasts, we're going to cover some of the news that's happening. We'll talk about tips. We'll talk about the technology, some of the social media applications, and then again, like tips for parents, things that you can do. Okay. Well, that's me and Jack Bauer saying that's it for now. Remember, be the example. Check out the resources. Check out the podcast, morganwright.us/podcast. Download those things, share it with your friends, and I will see you probably tomorrow to let you know what we're going to do the podcast about. All right. Morgan Wright, Jack Bauer, out.